high school, university, post-grad? Are you not even in school? Despite what this might sound like, this is not an infomercial. Regardless, this video is for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is Ashley Said That, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you 3 tips on how to be the best student you can possibly be. Completely free, you don't need to spend anything, and even if you're not a student, you can still apply these 3 tips towards any goal you're working towards. So, let's start with tip number 1. Treat school like it's a job. I'm not talking about some 9 to 5 that's really boring. I'm not talking about a summer job where you're working at the local Dairy Queen, scooping ice cream and dreading every second of it. I'm talking about something where you're motivated, self-sufficient, and independent. Think of it this way. In school, you have to be your own boss. Especially if you're a university student, your prof probably isn't taking attendance. No one's checking your notes. No one's even checking to see if you took any notes. Most likely, no one's checking the assigned homework either. So what that means is that you have to be on top of it yourself. You don't need to be super hard on yourself, but think of it this way. If you had a job and it started at 9 a.m., you'd most likely try and get there by at least 8:55, right? So why skip your morning lecture? Or why show up half an hour late? If your boss gave you a task to do, you'd probably do it as quickly and as efficiently as you possibly could. So when there's assigned homework that's not going to be checked, why would you ignore that? The point is that just because someone's not breathing down your neck or micromanaging you or even checking what it is that you're doing, it doesn't mean that you should be lazy. I know it's easier said than done, but if you adopt the mentality that school is like a job, you'll take it more seriously. You are the one in charge of your own academic life, no one else. So remember, be your own boss and treat it like it's a job. Tip number 2. Don't compare yourself to other students. I know it's tempting, but don't do it. Everyone's academic life is different. Some of us are at the top of our class, and some of us are just trying to get by. I'm not saying that the bare minimum is the standard that you should strive for. What I am saying is that you should just do the best you possibly can. And this is going to look different for everyone. If it feels natural for you to be a nerd, then do it. If you're an A student, that's great. If you're a B student, that's great. And if you're getting C's, that's also great. Because you know what? As long as you're doing your best, that's all that really matters. I know this sounds really corny, but hear me out. Some of us like to go out, socialize, meet as many different students as we can, join clubs, whereas some of us are more reserved. One of the worst things you can possibly do is look at your friend and ask yourself, well, why are they getting A's while I'm getting B's? The answer is simple. You're different students. Everyone gets really caught up in trying to compare their grades with other students, but what they don't realize is that everyone's academic journey is different. If you need a tutor, go for it. If you want to be a tutor, then go for it. If you're a nerd, embrace it. If you're a C average student, hey, at least you're trying. I know this advice might have some of you going,
what kind of person would tell someone to be a C student?
But the point is that as long as you're genuinely trying your best, then all you can really accept is that at the end of the day, your grades are going to be different from your classmates, and that's okay. Do what works best for you. Embrace the nerd life, embrace your social life. Just whatever you do, stay true to who you are. Tip number 3. Prioritize your emotional and mental well-being. This is the most important tip yet. Think of it logically. If you're stressed out, if you're anxious, if you're sad, you really can't excel. So this is something I'm going to do going forward, and I urge you to try it as well. Write down a list of about 5 things. They might want to sound something like this. How have I been sleeping lately? Have I even been getting enough sleep? Am I feeling anxious more often on a day-to-day basis? Am I feeling tired in the middle of the day? How stressed out am I about my projects and all the assignments that I have to? I'd say that if you can check off 2 or more things on this list in a negative way, that's when you know it's probably time to press reset. Reach out to a friend, family member, or at least school counselor that you trust. Or you can even journal it out if you don't want to talk about it to someone else. The point is, You need to be responsible for your own emotional and mental well-being, and you need to realize how important it is. You need to be able to recognize when you're in a state of stress or anxiety, and that's when you know that you need to hit pause, maybe meditate, journal, eat your favorite meal, reach out to a friend, take a break, watch your favorite show on Netflix, whatever it may be. But just remember that when you take that time for yourself, you're going to be feeling relaxed and recharged when you get back to school. And there you have it. Those are your 3 tips to be the best student that you can possibly be. I hope this video helped you, and I hope it was able to shed a new perspective on what it means to really be the best student you can possibly be. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know the next time I'm posting a video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.